A small story. Once, after the Second World War, in the deep jungles of Amazon, the tribal area, a small open aircraft was left by a army people. After the war, everything is not packed by the army people. They leave here and there something and go away. Just like that, they left a small open aircraft in a tribal village in the deep Amazon jungles. In a small tribal village, an open aircraft was left and they went away. Suddenly one fine morning, the whole village noticed something new is there near their village. They have no idea about aircraft or any other vehicles, any other machineries. The guys have lived such a simple life, they do not even know something called civilization exists outside their forest. They know only few things: the fruits which should be eaten, the fruits which should not be eaten, and the animals which are pet animals and which are wild animals. Wild animals they kill, pet animals they keep, that's all. Nothing much is known to them. Their lifestyle is totally different. So when they saw some new machinery, something new in their village, they are not able to make what it is. The whole village gathered to do research, what is exactly happening or what it is. Finally one guy came up with an answer. It may be a bullock cart, because bullock cart is also having a wheel, this is also having a wheel. It can be a bullock cart. So the villagers thought, yes, it must be a bullock cart. They decided it's a bullock cart. They put a two big bamboos and put a big bullock in front of it, started pulling all over the village. They started using the aircraft as a bullock cart to transport persons and the materials. It went on for a few months. After a few months, a young boy was gone outside the village to have a basic simple education nearby county. He came back to that village. He saw the whole program and told the villagers, no, it is not bullock cart. If it's a bullock cart, then why so many mechanisms are needed? There is no need for so many things inside. It must be a tractor, because he has seen only the tractor. So he thought it's a tractor. He started driving, he started using that object as a tractor. The vehicle now got the promotion as a tractor. The next, a retired pilot came to the village for some reason. When he came, he saw the whole show, whole scene, and told the villagers, it is neither bullock cart nor tractor, it's an aircraft. Of course, villagers are very logical people. They are not ready to believe. They wanted an explanation. The man entered into the vehicle and flied and showed them that you can use this as an aircraft. It is an aircraft. Once he showed, the whole villages have understood. It's a very small story. If you understand this story, you will be able to understand the whole class. The body is the mechanism or the vehicle given to you by God. This body. 90% of the people use this body just like a tribals, as a bullock cart. Other 10% use this body as a tractor. There are few exemptions. Only those few, you cannot even make percentage out of them. Only those few use their system as an aircraft. One thing, the people who use their life just for food, eating and moving, sleeping, just for the basic requirements, taking birth, getting married, few issues, a little bit of money and death. If you write their history, you can write in one page. Nothing much is done. Practically, taking birth, reproducing and dying. If you weigh their life, it is nothing more than few Benz and few bungalows. Nothing else. Nothing much is achieved. Few crores of money and few bungalows, few Benz. This is the first kind of life. This is the first kind of life. The people who are born and died. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, why in all graveyards, tombstones, we write born, the date, died, the date. Why these two are mentioned? I told them, nothing worth mentioning happens in between. In most of the lives, nothing much worth mentioning happens in between. That is why only these two things are mentioned. Most of our life, 90% of the people, they live just like a bullock cart. The life goes on, goes on, goes on, very dull, dead, dragging way. Even you can see in your own lifestyle, if your routine does not change more than 6 months, be very clear, you are living a bullock cart life. If you live a same routine more than 6 months, be very clear, you are living bullock cart life. The life should be more creative, more innovative. If you are living the same routine, somewhere something is problem. You need to understand. And any way, not only in the physical way, even the spiritual practices, if you do it as a routine, it only dulls you. Even the spiritual practice. That is why most of the time the repetition of mantra becomes unconscious process. I have seen many guys, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. The mouth will be repeating and outside they will be doing all the work. It becomes an unconscious process. Anything which is done without awareness becomes an unconscious process. 90% of our life is nothing but a dull, dead routine, bullock cart life. Few who have become poets, who have become artists, who have become the creators, in their life they use their system as a tractor. Tagore, Bharati, Van Gogh. There are few painters, Ravi Verma, few poets, few creators. These guys, they use their system as a tractor. They see the second dimension of the life. That is why the creators, even if they live with poverty, they will live like a kings. Their body language will show they are living like kings. The outer comforts will never touch them, will never bother them. They will have the tremendous satisfaction that they lived their life. Architects will have a tremendous satisfaction. Contractors will have money. Contractor will have a bed. Architect will have a sleep. So you can choose. Creators will have a deep satisfaction that they lived their life. I tell you, creators actually exercise their total visualization capacity. So all their dreams, the dreaming capacity is brought to the peak. It's almost like a whole water has become a vapor. Whole water has evaporated. Whole being has become steam. You can always see creators will live like a feather. Their life will be just a beautiful flower. The creators use their system as a tractor. There are only few people who use their system as a aircraft. A Buddha, a Jesus, Krishna, Mahavir. These are the few people who use their system as an aircraft. People who have understood, who have realized the potentiality of their being. If the aircraft is used as aircraft, only then the potentiality is realized. Just like that, if you use your whole potentiality, you realize yourself. When you realize yourself, that is what is called self-realization. Self-realization does not mean becoming a Swami or living a different kind of life. It is not that you will live a different kind of life. You will live in a different way. Nothing outside will be changed, but everything inside will be changed. It will be a different understanding. It will be a different trend. Your whole being will live in a different way. So, the difference between the tribal persons and the pilot is only one thing. It is the wisdom. The tribal people are not able to handle the mechanism. They are not able to use the vehicle totally. The pilot is able to use. In these 2 days, you are going to learn how to use your system, how to use your being, how to use your mind and body totally. Here, we have 7 major mechanisms of your body, what I call 7 chakras. Almost all the religions have spoken about the 7 chakras. You have 7 energy centers in your body. Please don't connect them with your glances. Glances are not energy centers. The energy which moves the glances are only called energy centers. Sometimes we even remove some of the glances from our body, but chakras cannot be removed. Glances can be removed, chakras cannot be removed. And you may ask, what is the proof for these chakras? There is a famous thing called Kirlian photography. Now, in the modern world, Kirlian photography is the best diagnostic methods. Kirlian photography is one of the best diagnostic methods. It is just like an X-ray. Through this photography, they can find out, they can diagnose even the cancer. Even the cancer 6 months ago, 6 months earlier, 6 months prior to the symptoms, the cancer can be diagnosed through this Kirlian photography. So through this Kirlian photography, they proved the existence of chakras. By photographing your body, the chakras have been proved. If you are depressed, dull, the dimensions of the chakras are very small. If you expand or if you express, the dimensions of the chakras are totally different. The existence of the chakras are proved through the Kirlian photography. Each and every chakra is related to some one emotion of your life. For example, heart is related to love. We may ask, how? How can we prove it? If you see a surprising thing, around the world, almost in all the languages, heart and love, these 2 words are used as synonymous. Not only in English, in every language, heart and love, these 2 words are used as a synonymous. It is not that God created all the language in one day and made translation CD packages and dropped in one country. No. All the different languages are created in different time, in different days, in different countries, by different persons. But you can see one thing, almost all the languages, heart and the love, these two words are used as a synonymous, which proves there is a deeper connection between these two words. For example, if you see a friend whom you have not seen for a long time, for more than 10 years, your childhood friend with whom you have a loving memories. If you suddenly meet him in a mall or airport, you will see something gushing out, something just coming out from your heart. You can feel something is happening. How many of you have felt it? When you feel some of your old friend, you can feel something happening, something flowing. That is what we call love. Love is the feeling which happens from the heart center. Love is the emotion which controls your heart center. The same way, navel center is controlled, navel center is disturbed by the depression and worries. Again, if you hear some news which you can't bear, immediately you say, I can't digest it. The expression I can't digest it also exists in all the languages. And whenever you hear some shocking news which you can't digest, the first blow will be for your stomach. You will have either stomach upset or nauseating feeling. You will have the stomach trouble. How many of you have experienced? Any? It's a common thing. First blow will be for stomach. You will feel the churning effect, the stomach. Every emotion is very closely related to some one of the energy centers. You have 7 major chakras, 7 major energy centers in your being. So when you know how to use that emotion, when you use that emotion, you open this chakra. When you abuse that emotion, you lock this chakra. Use and abuse. You are supposed to learn only about the use and the abuse. When you abuse the emotion, you abuse the chakra also. You abuse your being. When you use that emotion, you use that chakra. Whenever you use it, you expand it. Expansion is life, contraction is death. When you use it, you expand, you start living. When you abuse it, you contract, you die. It is just the use and abuse, nothing else. So, let us enter into the chakras one by one. You will have 7 sessions. In every session, you will be having a discussion about that chakra and then a meditation technique. The intellectual understanding cleanses the conscious mind, and meditation cleanses the unconscious mind. Most of the time, our problems are not only conscious, they are unconscious. That is why people come and tell me, Swamiji, I understand smoking is something wrong, but I am not able to drop. One guy came and told me, Swamiji, I read a book about the bad effects of the smoking on the body, the direct smoking and indirect smoking, bad effects of the both. After reading that book, I stopped. I asked him, oh, it's nice, you stopped smoking. He said, no, I stopped reading this type of books. So problems are not only conscious, they are unconscious also. Most of the time, our problems are unconscious. The intellectual understanding will clear the conscious problems. The meditation will clear the unconscious problems. So we will have, every session, we will have a understanding, a group discussion about that emotion, and then meditation to cleanse the unconscious process.